Hey fam, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Alrighty, it's already starting. It's already starting, right? I stopped by the mall today, right? I went to go pick up a cologne right there. I've been waiting on right for a minute, right? So I went to Macy's real quick, and everybody and their mama, right, was in the mall today with bags. I'm talking about bags, right? So I didn't know what time it is, right? It's tax season. It's tax season. And everybody is out here doing the same thing they do every single year. And then come next year, they're gonna start to complain about how broke they are again. Right? When is this going to stop? Don't you want to wake up one day and look at your investment portfolio and be like, oh my God, I'm so proud of myself. Oh my God, look what I have. You understand? I was going back and forth on one of my videos that I did the other day. This young lady got upset at me because she was saying, oh, you don't know why people are thrown into the situation that they're in. Now, this video was in reference to a article from the Census Bureau that talked about people between the age of 55 and 66 have zero retirement income, right? And I'm trying to explain to the young lady, listen, I understand life happens. It happens to every single body, right? But to be 55 and have zero, not $1, they're not saying zero as in small amount. They're saying like $0. They have none, right? That is unacceptable, right? And going to the mall today, let me understand this is why. This is why, right? Because every year the government give you an influx of this money, right? And every single year you spend that money unwisely. Is that a word? Because I know that came from me last time I used the word wusser. Yo, social media is funny, right? You know what's funny? It is usually the one that have nothing going on that want to get on social media and correct you. I guess it makes them feel good to feel smart. I don't know. Whatever. Right? But anyway, let me not lose my train of thought, right? Listen, we have to come to a point where we have to be sick and tired of being sick. Of being sick and tired. If you keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result, that is a true definition of insanity. You keep doing the same thing, but some way, somehow, you expect something to change. That is a definition of insanity. I mentioned in a video a while back clients of mine who actually follow my program in reference to taking a small portion of what they get back from their taxes and move it into an account and just close their eyes and forget that account is there. And every single year, repeat, 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 repeat. And I have quite a few clients now who they're looking at. I'm logging in and I'm pulling statements to sit down with clients, do annual reviews, and I have a smile in my face because these particular individuals are the one who religiously call me every single year. I don't even have to call them. Max, I got my tax money. Let's sit down and talk. Max, I got my statement. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I want to do more this year. Let's sit down and talk. And I'm looking at the statement. I'm like, dang, I feel happy as an agent to have helped somebody accomplish something. Not every one of my clients follow my program. Most of them just do their regular, monthly contribution, blah, 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 whatever. But I have quite a few clients who take lump sums and throw it in. I have one young lady out in Waldorf. I believe when I looked at, I was supposed to see her around March, I believe, right? Which is next month. And she's currently at about 100, a little bit under 140K. And when I met her, all her kids are grown now though. But when I met her, she was a single mom just trying to make a way. But she was extremely disciplined. I'm talking about like she knew how to budget. She knew how to budget. That I used to ask her like, why are you single? You know what I'm saying? Like she knew, she stayed, I wish that I could be like her. As a matter of fact, I don't believe, I think she's, no, it's a newer one. Because when I met her, she was driving this Honda CRV. And for years, I'm talking about she had to have had that car for at least 10 years. I don't know too many people who keep cars for 10 years. She did. She was not playing about this goal. So listen, I want to share that today, right? Because when I went to the mall, I'm like, here we go. They got that check, and in less than 25 days, all that money is about to be gone. And they cannot say not one positive thing they did with that check. They're gonna say I caught up on bills, blah blah blah, blah, which is cool. That is fine. But there's a rule in reference in finance that says you have to pay yourself first and figure everybody else out. That is the only way that you're going to get out of debt. That is the only way that you're going to get out of this rat race. Right? If you constantly paying everybody first and you are last, there's nothing left for you. But if you pay yourself first, right? And then maneuver around everybody else, you now start to see growth in your portfolio. I was talking to a good friend of mine the other day, and we was talking about, me and him went to school together and everything, ran track and everything like that together, right? And we was talking about finances and how you got to make tough choices when you come to retirement. And I told him, hey, going into my brokerage account, I was initially doing 20%. Now, starting March, because enrollment opened up, I believe in December, and I increased my contribution now to 30%. That's gonna come out of my pay that goes into my brokerage account, 30%, and I still have roughly about 15, 16 something that goes into my IUL. Well, my IUL and my kids' IUL and my mom's IUL combined, because I own all of them, right? About I'm lying, $1,800. Somewhere around $1,800 for everybody's policy combined that I contribute to, right? That's a lot of money every single month going into long-term planning. You understand? Which means now I have to start to sacrifice some things, right? Okay? I can't I can't go to I can't do 6 trips a year. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Not right now. And that's about the average trip I used to take a year, about 6. Okay? Because I tell myself, oh, I'm working so hard. I need this break, I need that break. And that is true, right? But I can go to maybe little smaller trips. And when I say trips, I mean like I will go to places like Hawaii, St. Thomas, you understand? Miami, Palm Spring, like places like that you're gonna pay easily. If you take Hawaii alone, between flight and the kind of high end hotels that I like to stay in, between flight and that hotel alone, that's an easy $4,000. You haven't even ate. You haven't even eaten. You understand? You haven't done any excursion. You haven't shopped. You haven't paid for luggages. You haven't paid for Uber and Lyft to pick you up from the airport, or even get a rental car. Nah, I can't do that no more. Mm-mm. 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 You know, I can't go to Maestro's because I used to go to Maestro's like, and I don't even drink. I used to go to the bar every once in a while. Go to Maestro's, hang out, blah blah blah. You know, and I used to have valet parking. You understand? I tip an average of like $100, like crazy stuff. Mm-mm. So now I gotta pull things back. I gotta pull things back. You understand? If I want better, a lot of people want better, but don't do the thing they need to do better. But yet they stay complaining. And somebody's gonna get on here and say, "Oh, you don't know what people went through or what they're going through. You out here, you out here assuming, blah, blah, blah," and which I'm really not. I'm not. I'm going based on data. I'm going based on when I go into homes, the conversation. This is one reason why I love this business, because it's almost like, what was that TV show back in the day? I think it was called Cab Confession. Yeah, where people get in a cab and they start to talk or whatever like that. This business, when you go into homes, people start to talk to you, or even start to give, especially the older folks, they'll start to give you advice, life advice, as to what they did wrong and what you should do. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna give you an example. When I went to a client of mine's house in Georgia, right? I just bought the new S580 in November for my birthday. And I drove it down, right? And my client said, "Oh, I see you have another one. I hope you're saving money, young man. I wish I would have done that when I was your age." And I felt so horrible because I knew she was right. I felt so horrible because I knew she was right. That once I left Georgia and I came back home, I opened up my Excel spreadsheet. I started to look at all the things I could start to get rid of right away. All the things I can start to get rid of. All the apps that I don't even watch. Like, I got like probably 20 different TV apps. Showtime, HBO Max, Hulu, Paramount, like all these crazy apps. And I only watch YouTube and Netflix. Stars, like I was saying, like crazy stuff like that. Right? Listen, my message is always to inspire people and to get you thinking. To get you thinking and do better. Everybody that lives in this country have the same opportunity. Whether you're rich or poor doesn't matter. You could be poor and work your way up to be wealthy. This is real talk. This is the only country where a person who was destitute, poor, in the next 10 years, life can change around. Not too many countries that can happen in. But it all boils down to decision making. Do I want to keep repeating this same cycle over and over and over again? Doing the same thing, getting all this money coming in. Your eyes get real big. And then you just go swipe, 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 swipe. And then 2-3 months later, you're back depressed again. Because you've done nothing with the money that you received. It was a young gentleman about 3 months ago that was referred to me. He got some inheritance of $40,000. It was a young gentleman, so I kind of already knew in my mind, if this money is not removed from his hand, he's going to blow it. And sure enough, that money is gone. Now, mind you, this was just, I believe, November of last year that this money got into this young man's hand. The boy is like 27, maybe. As I'm speaking to you guys right now, I'm speaking to myself. I have a lot of credit cards. I got multiple vehicles. I live an extravagant lifestyle. And I had to say, nope, enough is enough. Enough is enough. You know, when you start to make good money and it's coming and coming and coming and coming, you almost feel invincible. You almost feel like it's never going to end. And you just keep buying and buying and charging and charging and charging and applying for newer credit cards, newer debt, newer vehicles. You know what I'm saying? Like just like a bunch of things, like crazy wild stuff. I've heard stories of insurance agents who live paycheck to paycheck who make $1 million a year. Let me repeat that to you one more time. They make $1 million a year as an insurance agent. And they have to wait for every check every week to come in because the one they just got is gone. Then they get a new one, that one's gone. They have to put it, like, this is America, folks. This is America. This is the cycle that America have you in a hamster wheel. In a hamster wheel. And I had to catch myself. I look in my closet, I got tennis shoes for days. And 90% of those tennis shoes I haven't worn in the past 4 months. It's got to be at least 40 pair of tennis shoes in there. At least 40. And 90% of them I haven't worn. I got a room full of suits. When I say room, a whole wraparound closet of suits. And I probably haven't worn 90% of those suits in the past, I don't know, 5-6 months. Some of them I'm thinking about donating. It's just that much. I was cleaning the house the other day and I found shirts, jeans, pants with tags on them. With tags on them. From Nordstrom. Lord and Taylor, Macy's. Yeah. I was asking myself the other day, how was I surviving? I was less stressed out when I was making just 50 grand a year than I am now making multi six figures. Doesn't that sound crazy? Doesn't that sound crazy? But the difference is though, I caught myself. I caught myself. I put a plan in place. I'm minimizing things. I'm shrinking things down. I'm saying no a whole lot more. I'm saying no to, oh, Max, can I borrow 1,000? Nope. Oh, Max, for this? Nope. Oh, I'm in trouble too. it's like, no. The answer is no. 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 Because this, I don't know why I waited this long. Because there's thousands of dollars that I've given out there that I haven't gotten back yet. Which tells me at some point I lost respect for money. Yeah. I think a lot of us that do things like this, a lot of us that get this, the money come in, and we immediately go to the mall and come out with bags, we have no respect for money. We have no respect for how hard we work for it. Yeah. It's that real in America. Listen, I want to sit down with you guys, right? It's tax season. Some of you guys are about to come across thousands of dollars. Let me show you how we can put a plan together that in the next 10 years you can breathe. In the next 10 years, you'll be somewhat secure. Right? That if an emergency happen, it's just an inconvenience because you got the money to handle it. Yeah, that is a wonderful feeling. Listen, I would like to talk to you if this is something that you are interested in. My number where I can be reached is 443 208 5480. That's 443 208 5480. Or you can go to my site, plug in your information, send us an email or a note, in reference to what you're looking to do, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. I look forward to speaking to y'all soon. Have a wonderful and blessed day.